Fred Richani of TSC staying alongside legend Al Ice Cole. We're here for Kicking It, put an end to bullying at the Concordia Golf Club. Al, how's your golf game?
It's getting a little bit better. Surprisingly, it's getting a little bit better. And it can't be too bad because this is my first time playing. So anything better is worse.
Now, our good friend Ray Mercer, who's been a longtime contributor of this great cause, this great foundation, he claims that you wouldn't have been a world champion without him. Now, I'm hearing rumors it might be the other way around.
Oh, yes. Mercer is my buddy. We've been amateur pals. We was both in the Army together. No one really realized that. I was the light heavyweight, he was the heavyweight. So Mercer was always fighting in Germany overseas. Then when he came to the U.S., he didn't really know nobody because he's been overseas. And I was just trying to motivate him to tell him which fighters is better and which fighter worse, which ones he can easily knock out. It didn't even matter which one he could knock out because he knocked them all out.
Oh, for sure. And you're somebody that is a New Jersey legend, grew up in South Jersey. And to see kind of the resurgence in Atlantic City and in overall the sport in New Jersey, what are your thoughts on all that?
Well, I'm really not so sure because you know what? Depends on a lot of fights. Like, we was very big when boxers came along. Boxing has faded off, so we're not the same as it used to be. That's the big thing, but we had a big thing with the triple threat, Ray Mercer, Charles Murray, and myself. We all came off the Olympic team. So when boxing was back then in the early 90s, up to 2000, that's when boxing was boxing. Now, it's coming back. It's coming back, but it's not as exciting. It's just starting to bring back some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do think with like ESPN Plus and DAZN, I mean, it is tough to keep up with all of it because it's on different networks. But the nice thing is that a lot of these companies are investing in boxing.
Oh yes, that's a good thing because now there's so many more companies. Like I said, when we was fighting, it was the triple threat with Ray Mercer, Charles Murray, and myself, but also had other up and coming guys, which is a big fan favorite. Arturo Gotti, God rest his soul. So back then, boxing was really exciting and fun. And every casino was like big, exciting fights. It was like always almost back to the days of when Sugar Ray and them was on ABC, Wide World of Sports.
For you as a boxer, what was the toughest aspect of boxing? Was it the training, the weight cut, getting to the fight? What was the hardest part for you?
Myself, it was the same thing about keep myself motively fake. I had to keep myself very focused. I had to be motivated because I was a dominant champ for 6 years. So it came a routine. The main thing was thought about me to make the weight and still stay focused and stay hungry. That was the main thing because, you know, fight game was easy. Fighting is easy. Training is what's hard.
Well said. Now, we are, of course, here for Bullying We're Kicking It. Can you talk a little bit about what brought you here today and the great cause we're promoting?
Oh, well, you know, kicking it. Kicking it is a great thing because, you know what? People might realize I'm 6'5" now, but I was a little skinny boy. When I graduated high school, I was only 145, 6'1". So people always didn't think I was big and strong. But I had a little attitude, and I didn't want nobody pushing me around. Back then, you know, we call it, you know, push around, playing around. Now it took it to a different level of seriously being bullied. And a lot of people have been bullied, and I'm really glad to show people like me as a little skinny kid. No one ever thought I'd be a world champ Olympian. Little skinny kid, 6'1", 145, is not the most masculine man in the world. So, but the thing about it is about the bullying and pushing, and we try to teach everybody could do everything. And so we don't want nobody to be bullied or pushed around because I teach kids even in school. Sometimes just to teach or believe in yourself. Everybody's not going to be a great athlete. Everybody's not going to be a superstar. So you can define, be the best whatever you could be in what you want to do. So that's what we try to encourage everybody self in their own belief and their own desire. Some people want to be chefs. Some people want to be cooks. It's different things, you know. Some people want to be athletes. Some want to be a scientist. Just be the best that you could be.
Very wise words from a very wise man. I would imagine, too, events like this, being able to help people, being able to positively impact people, that's going to help you in your transition out of the ring, right? Because I know nothing can compare to being in that ring and being the world champ. But do events like this kind of help you fill that void, being able to help people make a positive impact and kind of building a legacy off of what you did in the ring?
Yes, definitely, because you know what? I wasn't the biggest and baddest dude or the toughest person or the in crowd. I wasn't on the in crowd. I was teased because back then, Used to call me Four Eyes. I had these big old guinea goo glasses and everything. So I was being teased and pushed down a lot. I used to call me Mr. Peabody. For some of y'all older people don't know the big sign. As a kid, I used to go look for fossils. So I was always teased and picked on being a brainiac. See, it's more like you could say that movie, Revenge of the Nerds. They're showing, like, right now, I try to tell everybody, the people that's so-called picking on these nerds, they so-called nerds, I said you better watch out and try to become all those so-called nerds friends, because a few years later, they're going to be your CEO, they're going to be your vice president, they're going to be your boss. So you better learn to quit picking on these people and be their friends. So that's the difference when I'm trying to tell them, instead of just kicking it, instead of just be their friends, because you're going to need them in the future.
You're not proving something to anybody but yourself, really. You don't worry about the bullies. At the end of the day, if you're going to be successful, you got to prove to yourself that you can do it, and then the rest will follow.
Exactly. That's what I say. Be the best you could be. Don't worry about everybody else. Just be the best that you could be. Then that will lead.
Well, it was a pleasure to talk to you, sir. Before we let you go, where can fans find you online?
Oh, well, you know what? I'm just my Instagram. I'm starting another Instagram where it's going to be Ice Cold 190, and that's what it is. My name is Al Cole, Alfred Cole, but you can see Ice Cold 190 on Instagram. My name is Alfred Ice Cole. We're bullying. We're kicking it together.